What's up YouTube, Drew here, and I'm going to make this short and sweet. So I took this tie rod out in a way that I was able to reuse it. I backed the nut off until the bottom of it and the bottom of this bolt were flush, and then used that to tap up as I tapped also on the side of the hole on the steering knuckle here. The car is irrelevant. Almost every tie rod ever used in any modern or even antique car is like this. It's a tapered fit down into a hole here and then a nut with a cotter pin. So how do you reuse this if the threads are a little bit ugly from the process of removal? It's extremely difficult because when you're trying to put the nut back on, it just spins the whole shank here, the whole shaft, spins it inside of its socket, and you're pounding down on the top, which isn't good for the tie rod, and it doesn't work. So this is a pretty simple hack. You just take your vice grips, you go on the shank here, okay, and you set them about as tight as you can, and then you take your nut and you more or less, oil would be better, but I use brake cleaner, whatever, because it was standing here. Just keep the threads wet, and you can either do it by hand or use an impact and go in once you get resistance, out, then in again. You're essentially using the nut, the castle nut, as a die, and which is for the threads here, and then the threads themselves are like a tap for the threads in the nut. So a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of gentleness. I mean, use common sense, guys. Obviously this is for demonstration purposes. I can't be responsible, the channel can't be responsible, nobody can be responsible if you completely ignore the fact that that yours is messed up. You want to make sure that you have good threads on the nut, good threads on the bolt. You want to use a cotter pin. I mean, this is life or death if this goes bad. This is just meant to show you guys how I get these to stop spinning. I just basically have some high-end nice vice grips here. These are Craftsman. I got them like in the 90s, and it's 2021. So I got these up against here. I'm going to hold them, and I like to use impact because it saves, you can replace your impact. You can't easily replace your joints, right? So just in and out. Don't do it if there's a lot of resistance. Back off. Do it again. It's just like using a tap and die set. So this is Drew. Just do me a favor, will you? If this is helpful, if right now this helped you in any way, if you thought that it was good, just hit the thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. We're trying to build our channel. Check back frequently if you like JDM cars, if you like around the garage, around the house, like little hack videos like this one. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff with JDM cars. We're trying to import at least one a month from Japan, and we definitely show you guys whenever we dig into them. So yep, this is Drew. Hopefully it's helpful. Thank you.